Okay, gentlemen, we've done the top of the table. Let's talk about possibly the most exciting part of the league for me, the bottom of the table. Who are the ones that should be threatened with relegation this season?
Well, it's normally the newly promoted sides that always seem to be involved in the relegation battle. And so I fancy two of the three to go straight back down. Burnley, I think, who have not spent really any money. They've gone for Premier League players who journeymen, really. Signed them on one-year deals, hoping to stay up. And I think it may be a bit too much. My second team's going to be Leicester. I think that, I think they've got a lot to do to try and stay in the Premier League. I think QPR, with Harry Redknapp's experience, a bit similar to Stevie Bruce at Hull last year. I think that experienced manager in the Premier League has a lot to offer, and I think that Harry may just about keep QPR up, be touch and go. But the team that I think that has been in the Premier League for a little while, I fancy to really get sucked into it, is West Brom. They flirted with it for most of last season. New manager gone in, Alan Irvine, not that experienced. I'm not enthralled by the signings or the lack of signings, and I just think that West Brom are my candidates to drop into that bottom three.
They've been a funny club, West Brom, and I can see why Curbs has put them in there, Paddy. Who's your three?
I can too. I mean, I think it's going to be bad news all round for the Midlands. But before we get to that, I do want to deal with Burnley. I do think they'll go down, and I know a lot of people have made fools of themselves making such obvious forecasts of that and being proved wrong in the past. But I do think they'll go down gloriously, a bit like Blackpool a couple of years ago under Ian Holloway. But I don't think it's a disaster for them, because I guess that they'll take a gradualist approach, go back down, keep with a bit of luck. Sean Dyche, who I rate very high. I don't know if you do.
Yeah.
Very bright young force in the management game. Okay, they will go down. Leicester, I'm not so sure about, because I think the challenge from the West Midlands for relegation will be massive, and the one I see in big trouble is Aston Villa. I think I have great respect for what Paul Lambert did at Norwich, but it ain't happening at Villa. And some of the signings this summer, Philippe Sonderos, for example, why? I just don't see him stiffening a defence. I can't remember when he last stiffened a defence, as opposed to having the other effect. I just feel that the signings have been distinctly underwhelming, and I really do fear for Villa, as well as agreeing with Curbs on West Bromwich. So 3 from 4. I think Leicester, with the impetus that they've obtained in getting promotion under Nigel Pearson,
well,
you
may just get one newly promoted side that really has a fantastic season, and they're not really ever involved in that relegation scrap. If it's going to be one of the two teams I've recommended, I think it will go down. I think it may well be Leicester, because their spending has been decent, and I don't think they're finished. I too fear for Villa. One of my old clubs, I do fear for them, because they cannot win at Villa Park, and it's a big problem over the last couple of seasons. It is a big problem. They're a fantastic crowd there, but when it's going badly, they really do affect the team. And like you, I've been underwhelmed by their signings, but I just think that it's an established club. I just think they might just have enough to get out of it. But it's going to be a scrap. I think we've spoke about the top 6. I think quite rightly there's 10 teams that can go down.
Okay, you've heard what the experts have had to say. What do you think? Maybe the sides they've mentioned, or maybe there's someone else that you think could be in that relegation zone. Contact us via the website www.FootballFan.Zone. You can tweet us at Talk2Fanzone. That's the number 2, or you can email us talk@FootballFan.Zone.